What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. How you doing today? I hope you're hanging in there because I can't even sugarcoat this today, but today hurt, right? I mean, definitely a lot of red in the markets, and I can bring up the information and tell you why. That's what I'm here to do for you guys. So even though it was a bloody day, a red day, right? I still got you covered with the key information. All right, guys. So just hang in there. These are the days that are tough. These are the days that really trains you and makes you a better trader, I would say, right? Because for me, for example, like with AMC, even though it's down so much, like I'm kind of numb to it at this point, right? Because of how much it's been up and down throughout the years and whatnot and all that stuff, right? So, or not the years, the past few months, okay? And just what it's really gonna teach you is the patience, right? It hurts, right? You're like seeing your money disappear, go down, but when the squeeze happens, guys, because I think it will happen. There's nothing's guaranteed, but there's a high probability, right? High chance of this happening because they still owe the shares, right? And what I want to say about that is that eventually they have to pay these back, guys. I know that right now the price may look one way, but when you really understand the data and the math and what goes on behind the scenes, then you know that they have to pay those back at some point. And the lower the price, the lower they can get it for them, the better, because that's the less money they lose as it goes down. Okay, so yeah, let's get into this information that I got for you guys. So let me switch this up. Okay, guys, let's get into this information. As you can see, I got the red up because I saw a lot of red in the markets today, right? So switched it up there, but let's jump into this AMC chart and the information real quick. So what I want to point out, look, is that there was zero large and zero large on the inflow and outflow. Okay, so to me, that just means that it's just, again, algorithmic trading that's going on in the background. I don't really think it's necessarily the apes that are selling their shares, to be honest. To me, this is what the data says. So 100 versus 100, like it's exact. That's kind of strange, right? And then 41 and 43, it's so close, okay? And even though we saw so much red, right, we had a negative 7% day, and the volume was 40 million, which a little more volume than we're used to right now currently with the past couple of days, and then right here was the volume, yeah, so 40 million, kind of low, right? And after hours, you're seeing a little bit of green, not much, but 33.94 is the price again. But okay, so what I want to point out is that I do think we broke out of this, triangle here. So let's go ahead and move some lines over so that we can look at this the right way, guys. So, right, the bottom. As you can see, it's right here, bouncing off this support, and the supply and demand zone is a support right here. This zone right here. So we saw a bounce, okay? And before we get into too much of AMC, let me tell you why the market went down today. So it had a lot to do with the speech that Jerome Powell gave today. I watched it and it was a little negative, I would say. I didn't really hear a lot of positive tones in that meeting. So basically, when they announce that inflation is higher, it's more than they expected. When you go get gas, when you go get groceries, you notice everything's a little more expensive. And they actually go through this in this article. So this is the New York Post, right? So yeah, both of them were talking. So the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, and he was explaining that maybe inflation is not so transitory and they need to kind of put a closer eye to it, right? And then also, what's her name right here? Oh yeah, the secretary, Yellen, right? So she also spoke and gave her opinion, but it just didn't sound very positive, guys. We're in the middle of it. Like it's kind of tough, right? Like right now with the gas prices and everything and groceries. And so if you want to take a look at it, that's why the whole market kind of went down today. And they're talking about as basket of goods and services as well as energy and food costs had jumped 6.2% in October from a year earlier, the biggest 12-month rise since 1990, right? So that puts a damper on the whole market, guys. And that's what, that's why you see a lot of red today. Honestly, I think that's what really caused it. So like I said, the news came out and the market prices everything in, and as you can see, right, it affected AMC in a very negative way, I would say. But remember, like when the squeeze happens, guys, and the price gets up there, these $30-$40 ranges, 50 aren't gonna matter, right? It's all about the training and the diamond hands and just holding on for dear life, right? that's what gets you you know, trained and everything these red days. So, you know, I'm gonna go into a little bit of NFTs. They got into NFTs, AMC, and I think it's a really positive thing for the future, the longevity of AMC, right? So there's a lot of money to be made, and if you don't know what an NFT right now is, just I'll just kind of touch on it. It's from my understanding, it's another version of cryptocurrency, okay? And they're using it for multiple things, but what's really popular right now is like the artwork, okay? So I found this example of the NFTs, right? And it's like some apes and stuff. It's called Astral Apes. So I can show you kind of like a visual of what this is, okay? So imagine, in the future, AMC releases their own NFTs, right? And they know the apes. I really like this one. I really like, these right here. So they know the apes are all about, AMC, and that's what the movement represents, and we're the apes, right? So imagine AMC teams up and releases an NFT with some apes or something, right? But like this. That would be super cool to see, I think. So there's a lot of potential, guys. Like they're already saying that AMC can go profitable in the near future, right? There's people analysts that are doing the math, and they're thinking that AMC can go uh, profitable here soon, all right? So that's something to keep in mind, guys, right? Even if the squeeze doesn't happen again, they're changing their business model, guys. You never know what could come in the future and how much money they can actually pull in. Because like he said, Adam Aaron, he said that when they released this NFT and the Spider-Man tickets, they sold more tickets than ever in one night, guys. That's history, right? That's big for AMC. And the stock goes down, well, it's for, a couple of reasons, but yeah, that was really bullish news to me. So yeah, I'm not going to spend too much more time on AMC. The other thing I want to say right here is that the number is rising, guys. This thing is at 4.31 days to cover already, right? Anything between 5 and 10 is like very, very high risk for short sellers. I've seen a lot of stocks that get to that level and then they start running, right? So that's why I'm just hanging in there, guys, because there's a lot of positive, things for us, the apes. The tax situation where if you hold your shares longer than a year, you get taxed less, guys. If you hold them less than a year, and they tax you on the profit, the capital gains. But if you sell it before a year, you get taxed pretty much twice as much. Okay, so that's something that we have to keep in mind, that those people that are holding shares over a year, they're gonna save money on taxes. This is has risen. Remember, I showed you guys in the past videos it was like at 4 days, 3.9 something. Now it's at 4.31, guys. So the higher it goes, the better. Okay, trust me on that one. That's a good thing for us. And for some reason, there's a lot of shares there, right? So they're not taking them out. I don't know why they're not borrowing these shares, but that's 5.4 million shares there, and then the rate doesn't change on this, of course. All right, so that's all I got for AMC. As far as I found, and I just wanted to touch on the NFTs and what happened with the overall market. So let's go ahead and switch over to Lucid now. So on Lucid, guys, I just want to show you that this thing is on an uptrend, right? Of course, there was pressure, and we know that we've been bouncing around in this channel, guys, all right? So let's take a look at the order flow before I talk about the rest. So we got the order flow, and as you can see, there was actually more inflow, okay? And the price went down, right? So a lot of money, a lot of the action came in the later after the meeting and the news with Jerome Powell, and then the stock started to rise a little bit. But for the day, it's still negative 3.78%, still holding that $50 level that we were looking for. And the volume was pretty high, actually, 91 million, right? A lot of buying and selling going on. And just what I want to point out here, guys, is going to be this trend line. Watch, I'm going to draw this just to show you kind of like this pattern that it's in. I'll take it off right now as well, but I'm just going to show you. Look, if you draw a line here, guys, this can kind of, as long as it's following this trend, it's going to go bounce, right? It's going to show you that like it's bounced off this line a lot of times, like 4 times, 5 times already, right? So you're seeing the trend there. And again, the trend is your friend. Now, if you're not in Lucid and you're looking to get in Lucid, guys, then, we still have to see that it can hold this. It's been holding this price range really well, but if you're looking to get in and you're like, well, I'm not sure yet, maybe you can find an entry point in the 40s, to be honest, right? If it does come down here, guys, it's going to try to find support here. This is where we've had support in the past. And so it would come and test this area most likely, okay? So tomorrow, let's see what happens. It's been kind of a weird week, after the holidays. But remember, we're going into December now, so in my experience in the past, guys, December has been bullish, right? So what we're looking for is maybe more price action like this, right, to get it to come up here. But so far, I mean, it's on this bullish trend, okay? And we can go ahead and look at just the daily chart here real quick. You know, Lucid is kind of showing a lot of strength, guys, for what it is. You know, like boom, we went up. You know, even though the negative stuff was coming out from, you know, Jerome Powell and the government news, and then you see this sell off, and then it just consolidated the rest of the day. Okay. So yeah, we're at 52.98. What I do want to point out though is that a article came out on the battery again. So let me go ahead and pull that one up for you guys right here. So again, it's from Inside EVs, the Lucid battery controversy. Engineer provides exhaustive analysis. Okay, so this does have a lot of data if you want to nerd out, guys, and look at the specifications of the battery. This has a lot of information, all right? So it's basically breaking down how long it takes, you know, how fast, right? How much heat is blocking the charging power, because the hotter it gets, the slower the action is, right, for the charging. So you just gotta, if you want to read out, there's a lot of specifications here, right? I'll put the links down in the description, guys, like I always do, right, for you guys. So yeah, here we go. It's got over 300 cell module right here, right? 22 modules. I don't know all this data, guys. I'm not gonna act like I know what all of this means, but I know what the kilowatts means, right? So the more kilowatts, the faster it can transfer the energy, and that's what you want to see. So then he breaks it down, guys. I'm not gonna read through it that much, right? Because it's a lot to go over. But basically, I'm gonna highlight this area, okay? So how does this using the state-of-the-art equipment, battery design, silver-coated contracts, and high-voltage electronics, rapidly adding 118 kilowatts to the pack and only suffering 16 kilowatts of second law losses, right? So it's not losing as much, right? There's a lot of power that is being transferred, okay? And yeah, what I liked is this part right here. Yes, the Lucid Air Dream battery pack is probably 118 kilowatts capacity, and yes, it probably does take 134 kilowatts to charge from 0 to 100%. There is a tsunami of amazing new fast charging EVs approaching in the months and years ahead. Okay, remember, this is an evolving technology, and that's why I think you see the price holding up, because people are investing in the technology, guys. And it's time we get educated about how battery packs and fast charges really work, so we won't be having the arguments again, right? So it sounds pretty bullish overall to me. This guy seems to like the Lucid car a lot, right? And yeah, so I'll put the link down below, guys. Yeah, that's all I got for Lucid, guys. Let's move on to Bitfarms. All right, so a little bit about Bitfarms. We'll take a look at the chart. All right, so we see this playing out the same way. Okay, we got this bounce, and I'm gonna draw the trend lines, but what I'm gonna do is here just chart with you guys a little bit. I'm gonna extend this over the supply and demand zone, right, that I've been following, and this one too. Luckily, we haven't gone back to test this one. You know, we broke through this one, but we bounced off that support again. So it's looking decent right now, guys. Again, now it's just a bloody day in the market, right? So you're not gonna see all these stocks going crazy on days like these, right? So there you go. Let's go ahead and draw this trend line now. Bam, we got the bounce, and yeah, I hope this is the end of this cycle, right? All we need is volume to come in. We just can see if Bitcoin can go on a run, get back in the 60s, right? I know it's like hanging out in the 50s, right? So let's hope for this, guys. This is what we want to see with Bitfarms. Let's go ahead and look at the inflow and outflow real quick, see what happened there. And 0 on the large side on the buys, and 0.95, so not many orders there, I would say. 10.45 on the medium and 14 on the sell, right? Small, we got 6.15 versus 6.88. Okay, we were down 2% for the day. The volume was 11 million, so a little bit more volume. That's kind of weird, right? I see higher volume on all three stocks, even though they were down mostly, right, for the day. And what else can we talk about? All right, so what we want to see, right, is this continuation of this trend line, okay? Because we already got this bounce, so we know that it's got some support there, right? It's hanging on because there's just been a bad run, bad few days, okay? I expect more green days for sure in December. And they mine crypto. Remember, they mine crypto, guys. So I found this article for that they're actually expanding, right? Let me find it real quick. Okay, Bitfarm right here. So construction at Bitfarms goes burr. The bunker and ledger, Quebec, Canada, right? So they got some pictures here, guys. Remember, they're expanding. Remember, they have the cash to start new things. They're trying to build more and more facilities in order to mine more crypto and to bring that in, right? So here's the pictures of that. You know, they tweeted it out today. If you want to check that out. And next, I'm gonna move on to Loopring, guys. All right. So there's a lot going on with Loopring. You know, it's at 279. It's hanging out in this 279 to $3.20 range, right? So you see the chart here. I'm gonna go over it real quick because I have this other article I want to show you. Has a lot of good information. So again, the market cap is at 3.7 billion. Volume is down 19% at 511 million. Right now, I'm gonna point out some information on this. And the all-time high is 383. So remember, if we get up to 383 again and we pass that, it's going to be called a technical breakout. And this is what I want to point out. This article right here, guys, LRC, right? So it's from investing.com. It's talking about, you know, LRC, Loopring, and what it does, guys. This part is really, really, really cool. So this just talks about what it is, right? So we've talked about it. And Loopring protocol enables developers to build more scalable, decentralized applications. That's the dApps on Ethereum and blockchain, right? They're built on the Ethereum blockchain without compromising security features. It also runs non-custodial Loopring decentralizing exchange, right? So it's a payment platform. And I know this is a lot to keep up, especially if you're not familiar with crypto, but they handle crypto and NFTs, guys, and they're reducing the cost, right? The gas fees as well. This thing, you know, what I really like about it, look, it can perform up to 2,000 transactions per second, lowering transaction fees on the Ethereum main network. Woo, that's awesome. That's going to be very useful, guys, in the future. It can be integrated with any smart contract, right? And there's LRC, Loopring, or utility tokens. The tokens are used for trading, swapping, liquidity providing, and payments, guys, right? So who knows? Maybe, you know, this could also be involved with Metaverse. The Loopring Dex has over 27,000 users right now. And there's some competition, right? Uniswap Dex. I want to talk about this part right here, guys. Let's go. Here we go. Supports NFT minting, guys, trading and transfers directly on the L2, right? So for both, it's on the Ethereum network is what it's talking about. But what I'm really excited about for is the NFT marketplace that they're talking about. And watch, I want to show you this line right here that has to do with some partnership, right, that we've been talking about. Right here, rumored partnership with GameStop, right? So we know that. And then right here, key metrics. The max supply, guys, is this 1.37, right? And the circulating supply is 1.33. So there really isn't that many tokens left to buy, guys. There's only a few million of few left, right? A few million coins. And yeah, there's just a lot of cool, you know, facts here. And yeah, this is what I wanted to point out to you guys. Okay, so it's a super bullish, just, you know, so the straight facts from Loopring. If you don't know what it is and you're trying to figure out more information, guys, it's right here, okay? And of course, I'll put the link down below. I really like this one, guys. So yeah, with this, guys, I just want you to see the potential, and that's why I keep saying that it could really hit the 10 billion market cap like pretty quick, all right? In my opinion. And yeah, there's the whole thing about GameStop, guys. So don't forget that. And that's why I like it so much. And it's just, I think it's the future again with the NFTs, right? It's going to be a lot of utility for that, you know, marketplace that they want to bring up, guys. So yeah, thank you for coming in, guys, and checking it out. So I hope to see you in the next video. You know, hang in there, guys. This is when you become a better trader, when you study and you learn and you go through the experience, right, of actually like going through green days, red days. Not everybody wins all the time, guys. All right, so just, you know, hang in there and get those diamond hands, right? That's what you need, diamond hands. All right, so I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.